So my first answer is always, are you currently sending something out to your past clients? And in most cases, I hear, no, we're not currently doing anything, or, oh, I'll text them every now and then, or I'll send them something on social media. No, we have an email newsletter, right? And when I hear stuff like that, I always think, okay, so why don't we work on making sure you have a solid foundation in place there? Because you and I know 20 to 30% is the email open rate on average, which leaves you now with 70 to 80% of the people on your list who've never seen your email newsletter. Behind the scenes, I've been working on these little guides right here. And I thought, why not tell you a little bit about what's inside, why I'm so excited about them, and how it really can help you with direct mail and everything that you have in mind for your business. So the one I want to talk about first and foremost is 3 ways to leverage direct mail in real estate. When I start talking to people, I always want to know, where are you looking to incorporate direct mail in your real estate business? The number one thing people tell me is, I want to do lead generation with it. And I'm like, that's awesome. Have you ever mailed something before? No. And I'm like, okay. Believe it or not, where I want you to start is actually by making sure you are sending something out to your past clients and database. And so many of you are thinking, I'm not going to spend money on something that's not going to make me money right away. And I get that. I understand the feeling of why it might feel like a waste of money when you send a postcard to somebody that purchased with you a year ago, 3 months ago, 3 weeks ago. But these are the people that will have your name handed to another person first and foremost. It is statistically proven that you can spend a whole lot less on getting new people into your life, into your database, when you nurture your current sphere of influence, your current past clients. However, agents don't want to do that. And it always boggles my mind to think about, why would you not want to leverage somebody else saying something good about you? Why are you trying to go after people you have no clue who they are? They have no clue who you are. And you have to establish that in the fastest way possible, right? So my first answer is always, are you currently sending something out to your past clients? And in most cases, I hear, no, we're not currently doing anything, or, oh, I'll text them every now and then, or I'll send them something on social media. No, we have an email newsletter, right? And when I hear stuff like that, I always think, okay, so why don't we work on making sure you have a solid foundation in place there? Because you and I know 20 to 30% is the email open rate on average, which leaves you now with 70 to 80% of the people on your list who've never seen your email newsletter. So what good is that, right? If something is not seen, doesn't make a difference. Now, if you are engaging with them on social media, oftentimes it's based on whatever the algorithm decides to show you, right? Who have you not interacted with? Many agents are just going by, oh yeah, it popped up in my feed, so I commented on that one. Well, what about that person that you never send a friend request to? What about the person that Facebook hasn't shown you a post from because their posts are just very, let's say, boring, okay? And they're not algorithm worthy. I don't know how else to say it. What about that one? Are you actively seeking out that client, or are you relying on an algorithm to feed you who to reach out to next? So, since this is all non-reliable, you might say, well, I do text them constantly. Great. Are you using any sort of technology to do that? Are you constantly at this? What's your system there? Because if it's one to one, as your database grows, this is gonna take up more time. So the answer always flows back to, why don't you send them something in the mail once a month, and they see you in a professional way? So if you have a lot of sphere of influence and they see you as, drunk Karen at parties all the time, they may not want to hire you. But if they would know, well, Drunk Karen is actually a top producing agent and she's just on family parties a little different, right? Because you also portray the image of a highly successful agent in their mailbox each and every month, they're gonna have a different perception about you. They're gonna be like, oh, she's actually kind of fun, right? But there's also a serious side about her where she kicks butt in business. So always think about the perception that you're leaving with somebody if you're just seeing them on a rare family occasion or a wedding or whatever, right? If you show up in the mailbox, you control how you show up, and I think that's important. After we've expanded, and now our past clients are starting to see us, right? 12 little business cards in their own mailbox that they can then hand out. Obviously, yes, encourage them to hand out a postcard of like, hey, what do you think about the postcard? Is there anything that, stood out to you? And always remember, like, you can just pass it on to a friend, no problem. Once we've got that one done, let's venture out into lead generation and lead nurturing, right? First up, listing marketing is big on my list. Listing marketing with postcards works. People typically do it automatically. If you do that one, kudos, keep it up. I would highly encourage you. These are some of the best converting leads that we get. The nurture campaigns and also the lead generation campaigns are then the two other pieces. So nurture, that's your past clients, can also be your seller nurture or buyer lead nurture, by the way. And then the lead generation aspect. Now your lead generation is what most people think postcards can really, really do for them, right? Lead generation postcards, however, are oftentimes sent to a cold target market. People that you don't know, they don't know you, and you have to establish authority in the quickest way possible. This is sometimes a little hard. So if you're testing out lead generation mailers, be patient, test it, and anything that we do recommend, we always say make sure you're testing it inside a geographic farm, because when you're going after the same person over and over and over, the results are much, much more likely as if you were to test a couple pieces here, a couple pieces there, a couple pieces there, right? Understanding your market, understanding your people, and then really following a proven framework is a key to making this all work. And as you guys know, we do talk all about this inside our mailer bootcamp, which is www.mailerbootcamp.com. So if you haven't gone through it or you're ready to go through it for real this time, make sure you register. It is still free. And that's about it. So let's recap. We use it for nurture campaigns, past clients, listing marketing, right? Want to obviously get more people aware of our listings and it leads generates. And then pure lead generation is just asking, hey, are you looking to sell? If so, I'm your agent. If you haven't used postcards in this way yet, maybe it's time. There's a couple other ways that you can leverage them in sites, such as transaction management. But for now, let's keep it at this and happy mailing. Let's get to it. Start with your sphere. And if you're done with that, hop into the mailer bootcamp and we're going to make sure that you know exactly who you're targeting with your cold marketing campaigns. All right. Bye for now.
Geocentral.
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 What is Geocentral?
Geocentral. Geocentral. Central is
Geocentral.
Geocentral?
Everything you need. Automation, direct.
Game changing.
Is the mother of all mothers.
allows me to schedule social media posts for the entire month.
Central is unique.
Everything a real estate agent needs rolled into one platform.